I'm the type of gamer that likes to play the game and watch the cutscenes, but not really read any files, or notes, or really look up any lore for that matter. So I had the brilliant idea to talk about the game's story from yours truly, from my point of view, because I pretty much have all the qualifications, am I right? I mean, I got the game, I beat it multiple times, and I have a YouTube channel. So here I am bringing you The Evil Within Explained. So I gotta start by saying that this game holds a special place in my heart since this is the first game I bought when I first got my Xbox One. This along with the Master Chief Collection. I still remember buying it, then taking it to my dad's house for winter break and going through this whole game in a dark ass room, man, and it was an amazing experience. Now with that being said, I don't really know what goes on in this game, so let's get right into it. We start the game in a full ass cop car responding to an emergency situation. I guess the 3 passengers are all detectives and we are responding to a multiple homicide situation. The cop says there's something about a ghost of a doctor that cut up all of his patients. Passenger seat detective asks dapper looking detective, whose name is Joseph, if he thinks that they could be related. And he's like, oh, possibly. Passenger detective Castellanos asks about the situation, but all we get is static. And the static is so bad that the cop swerves a little bit. The girl's name is Kidman and she's about as helpful in this conversation as a sack of potatoes.
You're about as useful as a cock-flavored lollipop.
We pull up to the scene and there sure is a shit ton of cop cars, but not a soul in sight. The 3 amigos decide that it's time to go have a look with just them 3, and they tell the cop to sit there and tell dispatch, because we're on our superhero shit right now. We head up to the door of Arkham Asylum and Joseph says that it smells like blood. So we open the doors and oh my god, you are right, there is a lot of blood. Good job, Detective K9 Joseph. We tell Kidman to stay put right at the doors because she's our backup since we don't really know what's going on, and I mean, Jesus Christ, dude, I think we're gonna need more than just her. Maybe Superman, or I don't know, maybe Consuela.
Mr. Superman, no here.
Well, we're looking for a missing...
No, Mr. Superman, he no, is here.
Joseph finds somebody alive, so we ask him what happened here, and the dude says a name, Ruvik. And I always confuse this name as Rubric, like the fucking Rubik's Cube, alright? So judge me if you want, I'm gonna throw that joke out there.
One more time, Caroline?
Caroline.
Carolou? Coraline.
Caroline.
So nice to meet you too, Carol.
Caroline.
I give up.
We look at the security camera and see cops shooting at someone, and Jesus Christ, bro, maybe we don't need Consuela. I think we need a priest.
Fuck this. Fuck. Did you see this? Look at this.
The dude looks at us through the camera and then appears behind us, and I'm not too sure if he stabs us in the eye or if he knocks us out. But we wake up dangling from a rope and see this handsome hunk of a man. He goes off camera and we hear some pretty unsettling sounds, and then the man comes back into frame and oh, actually look at that, he cut this guy in half. We swing forward to grab a knife that's lodged into this person and we use it to cut ourselves down. And if you're asking why the man didn't hear us fall, it's because he's a man of culture and he likes to indulge in his craft. The door that I see locks and the man leaves, but before we grab the keys that are hanging there for some random reason, I notice that my hand is inside of the brick wall, so you know, there's that. I gotta point out the important shit in this series, you know me. Anyways, we grab the key that he has just hanging there and then we use them to open the locked door. We're about to make our escape until we trigger a tripwire which sounds the alarm, and this man stays ready, so he comes up with a chainsaw. He hits our Achilles tendon and then sets up a nifty little trap for us to get shredded in, although I'm not too sure why he didn't just cut us up with this chainsaw. I'm telling you, man, he must be a man of art or something. We see a little hatch at the end here, so we jump down, slide down this disgusting slide, and then end up in a pool of blood. And remember, we have an open wound, so we probably just contracted every disease known to man. But seriously, what a fucking intro to a game. Hot damn, it was amazing. We get out of the 5-star pool and hobble our way to a ladder that leads us to a random ass room with nothing of importance here. So we hobble our way until we hear a scream, followed by a familiar sounding chainsaw. So we pull a move from Outlast and hide in the locker. The man throws a fit.
Drink all the damn Gatorade! Damn it!
Then leaves the room, so we actually follow him, as crazy as that sounds. The game is basically trying to teach you how to use stealth, and we all know how good I am at stealth. So I grab this bottle, hide behind some crates, and I throw the bottle outside of the room. The man chases it and we run as fast as our one leg can take us. We escape, but not for long. And you see how this scene looks? How intense it looks with the man's shadow swinging wildly? That's the way to make these chase scenes intense, man. Take notes, Resident Evil 6. No shitty facing the player angles, thank God. We get into an elevator in the nick of time where we finally catch our breath. We get a creepy movie like an opening credit sequence, not really amounting to much, but I have to show it because it's been a while since I've seen a title card. It looks like we're back at the hospital where we saw all of those cops get killed and then I think an earthquake hits. So we run outside to see and holy fuck me, that's bright. The cop from the beginning pulls up in the foreign and tells us to get in.
Get in, loser, we're going shopping.
So I'm like, okay. We also have Kidman and the survivor of the attack along with this character that they're calling Leslie. A building damn near lands on the wambulance, and I gotta give this cop props, man, because he is driving about as perfect as you can drive. I mean, this city looks like Doctor Strange is throwing a temper tantrum. We see the hooded figure in the back seat, so our character Sebastian turns around and he isn't actually there. Then the cop somehow gets the Resident Evil treatment and everyone knows that zombies can't get their driver's licenses, so he drives off a cliff going full speed, and that's the end of chapter 1. What a banger. We start chapter 2 with what looks like us being pushed on a gurney. We stop and then this thing starts to climb on us and I'm really hoping it's the cop, but before I could tell, we wake up in what looks like a prison cell. And this nice lady lets us out and tells us that this hospital is good for us. And like shit, I mean, if she wants to climb on me next, I'm down.
All I want you to do is clear the bags off this table and take me right now.
Okay.
But you can't.
Oh, okay. We walk up to this chair and holy shit, I have over 1 million gel. This chair turns into a weird electric chair and basically this chair is used to upgrade Sebastian's stats and weapons and all that good shit. And you use the green gel that I just mentioned to upgrade. It's kind of like the currency in the game. I'm telling you guys, I have played this game a lot when it first came out. I loved it. The chair catches on fire and then we wake up in a burning wambulance, which should be starting a forest fire. Sebastian gets out and asks, where the hell am I? I don't fucking know, bro. I honestly think he's in
Imagination.
We progress forward until we grab a little lantern and then we see someone in the distance. So we ask,
What's your name? What's your name?
we fall down the hill and you guys already know that this shadow isn't a good shadow. We grab the nearby gun and sure enough, we get a little homage to Resident Evil with the monster turnaround. We kill the monster and eventually run into Leslie who says this wire will hurt. And you know, he's not wrong. But we tell him that we should get him to the hospital and he responds with,
Hospital, 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 hospital!
The tender vigilante doesn't have insurance.
We stop by this shed to see the nurse lady walk into the mirror, which I'm guessing is a sign and oh yep, well look at that. I guess mirrors are the way back to the safe room. I don't do anything in here so we get back to Imagination Land.
Imagination.
And the game teaches us how to stealth kill, which I basically never fucking use because you know I'm great at stealth.
Get behind the rock. They can still see you. They can't see me. I can't see them. That's because you're facing the rock. Oh, right.
Then we see Leslie running further into the unknown, so we follow him kind of like the song.
Into the
We run into this guy that looks to be normal, but then this random ass light in the distance hits him, and then he ain't looking so normal anymore. We kill him and the guys in the area to get to the next area where we see these guys chowing down. So I load up and then throw a grenade. And then I start shooting at them and oh my god, bro, there's more spawning. Okay, no worries. I've got this under control. Do not worry. I'm just gonna start training them and nope, fuck that, I'm running.
Sure, it's the coward's way out, but this coward's gonna survive.
Thank God a cutscene came in because I don't know if I was gonna make that one. We jump into the nearby river to escape the horde, so I'm guessing that we went down the river because there are no guys around us when we get out. We see a pile of bodies and this is the game's way of telling us to burn dead bodies. It's kind of like Resident Evil. I think this is to make sure that they don't respawn or some shit, I don't really know. Anywho, we run into a little village where we run into the doctor that we saw at the beginning of the game. He says that he was after Leslie until he saw all of the monsters that you see here. And then our way gets closed off. And guess who has to do all of the work? That's right, us, because according to the doctor,
You're the one with the gun.
fuck you, dude. We start killing monsters and oh boy, I wonder what's behind this wall. We play runaway until I shoot an explosive into him and he takes that explosive and turns kamikaze, and then I start to slide down the stairs that I landed on. I defuse a bomb real quick. We kill the chainsaw guy, and then these weird Dippin' Dot looking things go to Ruvik and he just leaves. What a weirdo. So we pick up the chainsaw and open the gate. The doctor tries to join us and I'm like, nah, fuck you, man, and shut the gate on him. Nah, just kidding, but I swear, if we get out of here and he starts talking about how much work he did in here, I'm gonna kill him myself. The doctor talks about how important it is to find Leslie and says that Leslie was treated here years ago and that his brother actually runs the hospice that Leslie was being treated at. So we go into the building and I think that we found his brother, but the doctor is just stupid enough to walk up behind him and act like this is fucking normal. So we shoot the brother and then get a flashback of the brother losing his mind. We leave the area and I get mad at the doctor for being a fucking idiot, so I throw a bottle at him and it goes right through him. Bro, is he even real? We hear Leslie crying outside, so I go and look for him and end up in this basement. We find Leslie and the doctor is damn near trying to wrestle him. Then an invisible enemy enters the room. It's not my final moment, I know, but the doctor leads Leslie out while Leslie is saying that he can't get away. Although I'm not too sure if he means from Ruvik or the doctor. We leave the room and the staircase that we came down in is now a solid wall. Sebastian says that we must be collectively losing our mind, and Lindsay says,
Losing our minds, losing our minds, losing our minds.
Hold up, alternate ego DJ Chetty Ched here.
Losing our minds, 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 losing our minds.
Anyways, then Ruvik spawns, Leslie freaks the fuck out, and then I shoot Ruvik, but I swear I don't think anything is real in this game, and it doesn't help ease my mind when for some reason Leslie and the doctor just disappear. Then I go through the door just to walk into the same exact hallway, only to get swept away by a tsunami of blood that washes me into the serial killer paradise. I'm telling you, man, this game is fucking trippy. I try to leave, but the door does whatever this is, and Ruvik releases the Dippin' Dots. And oh fuck, bro, it's more fucking guys, just great.
In the middle of the party, bitch, get off me.
I kill all of the guys and the shit around the door disappears, so we walk down this long, ominous hallway into this room, and what the fuck is this grudge looking thing? We run away and narrowly escape down the ladder and then run right into a trip wire. She spawns behind us and we run into this elevator. And when we get off, she spawns in front of us and bashes my fucking brains in. It looks like the Grudge and Machamp had a fucking hybrid baby. We respawn and this time we get past her and roll under this shutter door. We start running down what I swear to God is an endless staircase just for Ruvik to chase us. And oh my God, holy shit, dude, this guy is fast as fuck. I try to challenge him and instantly regret it. Now it's take two and we run all the way back up the stairs, and then it just kind of collapses and we fall into the coolest fucking transition I think I've ever seen. I swear, this still blows my mind, man. This is great. We actually got led to a mirror which teleports us back to our safe place. But there's not much to talk about here. So we go back to
Imagination.
and it looks like we're in the same type of hospital or asylum, but hey, what's the difference, am I right? Both are equally as creepy in this type of setting. We make our way past a few invisible enemies until we get to this room. And man, I don't know what the fucking puzzle is, so I choose one, close my eyes, and pray that I don't get spiked. Thank God I didn't. Run into another room with the same fucking puzzle, but this time I take a little bit longer to analyze the solution. I think it's the sunflower, so I once again choose it and I close my eyes and pray again. Thank God, once again, I did not get spiked. We get into a third fucking room with the same stupid puzzle, and I just let Jesus take the wheel on this one. Thank God, bro, 3 for 3. I am so happy about that because I did not want to see Sebastian get kebabbed. We get to the next room where we find Joseph, who fell asleep in the bathtub. So instead of waking him up, we just kind of tip over the entire tub and he falls out. Joseph is starting to hear shit like a schizophrenic, so we tell him to get his shit together.
Well then get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit. So it's together.
And then we head out. We get jumped in the next room, so we need to quickly take care of the enemies. And then we continue on until we both start hearing a high-pitched noise, but it's affecting Joseph a little bit more differently than it affects us. Joseph takes off his glasses and now he's just fine for some reason. Sebastian looks at Joseph as if Joseph just told Sebastian that his dog died even though Sebastian doesn't have a dog. And then we move on to this room where I see Kidman in a jigsaw-like trap. So not only is she in this box that's flooding with water, and what's even worse is this box is encased with spikes. Like, what the fuck? I honest to God think the spikes are just there for decoration, because if this glass case takes a well-placed hammer shot, this whole thing is fucking breaking. The barbed wire isn't doing shit. Might as well just set it on fire too. But there are also monsters surrounding her. Joseph says to wait, but this monster is like fuck waiting and pushes Josh down to the first floor. We leap into action.
Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy.
We kill a lot of the guys and eventually get the idea to follow the pipes where the water is coming from. So now we get a nifty little picture in the top right corner showing Kidman slowly about to die while I struggle with monsters. We eventually get to the control panel and it's a fucking dial. Who the fuck thought of this? We need a goddamn locker combination to do this shit. Joseph tells us what number to put the top and bottom dial on and we release Kidman, just for her and Joseph to fall through the floor. Not being one to be upstaged, we leap in after them. Bro, I don't even know what to describe where we landed. Like I don't know, it has 4 fucking walls and a floor, so that's promising. And then we go through a crack in one of the walls. We kill 2 random monsters, jump in a little pool of blood, which I swear is like the 3rd time that this has happened this game, and we're only on chapter fucking 5. We find Joseph and Kidman getting swarmed, and I swear this game just says the characters' names just to say their names.
Sebastian!
Yes, that is my name. Thank you for reminding me. We lift the door so Kidman can go under and unlock a nearby door for us, which she does. While walking, Joseph questions why they didn't capture Kidman and why they didn't kill her. She says that maybe he doesn't see her as a threat, and we're all like, who the fuck is he? Then we get the ringing sound and it seems like Kidman is the only one not affected by it for some reason. We get pulled through the floor by Grudge Girl and then nothing really happens. We pay the hot nurse a visit.
I hate to see her go, but I love to watch her leave.
And she got handprints on her booty, man. You know she freaky. We keep following her until this random door opens up, so we go into the closed room and wait, never mind. I guess it expanded? So we keep walking and Leslie is kind of giving me another beat to work with here.
Fine. 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 Fine.
And then we warp to the nurse and then I leave the area. We just keep making our way until... So I panic and this door is fucking locked.
Let me in. Let me in.
So I panic some more and put this little oil spill on fire and that seems to scare her away. This next area is one big boss fight with the screaming Grudge Girl. So I put her on fire once and then kind of do some camera work while I watch her burn, but obviously that doesn't kill her. So I try shooting her and she just teleports through all my fucking bullets. Thankfully though, my regular arrows are max upgraded, so they come equipped with fire. Who would have thought? Fuck, man.
I missed.
What does that mean?
I missed.
Oh, hell no.
But the next bullet seems to have put her down for good. I mean, she looks pretty dead to me, but if this game is like Resident Evil, she probably is just resting her eyes. We continue and see this weird hologram-like vision of Leslie in the bathtub, and Ruvik is just naming all of the illnesses that Leslie has.
Speed round. I'm gonna rattle off some names, and when I hit it, fucking buzz it, okay?
I will tell you.
You got me?
Yeah.
All right, Brandy, Heather, Channing, Brianna, Amber, Sabrina, Melody, Dakota, Sierra, Bambi, Crystal, Samantha, Autumn, Ruby, Taylor, Tara, Tammy, Lauren, Charlene, Chantel, Courtney, Misty, Jenny, Krista, Mindy, Noelle, Shelby, Trina, Reba, Cassandra, Nikki, Kelsey, Shauna, Jolene, Erling, Claudine, Savannah, Casey, Dolly, Kendra, Kylie, Chloe, Devin, Emily, fucking Becky?
Nope.
And then says that they are compatible. Pulls a lever and transparent Leslie starts screaming. Then we teleport to this, then back to the hologram room, but instead of Leslie, they're monsters. So I shock the water that they're in to make it look like they killed themselves, and then we get some weird ass visions and then the chapter ends. We get a vision of some guy that's about to stab us with a needle. And then the doctor starts to change into Kidman. Weird, I know, but then we wake up to the hot nurse, which is also kind of weird. We look at a picture and the picture starts to move, kind of like, I don't know, man, whatever random ass movie clip I decide to put here. And then the lights go out and man, I can't see shit.
This is Advanced darkness.
The lantern finally kicks in and we go down the same hallway with all of the patients' rooms. But this time the area seems to have had some construction because now we have this whole area. And Leslie is once again in the corner, but this time his face is a mirror like some type of Yu-Gi-Oh monster. We spawn into reality, or the closest thing we have to reality, in this weird, what I'm guessing is a broken down building. We climb to the top to see this nice ass view, but I ignore it because I'm all about business. So I continue on until I run into Joseph kind of just napping. So we wake him up. And then he says that he's kind of getting used to the ringing sound, which I don't know, man, that doesn't sound very good to me. He then says that he lost Kidman and then we get swarmed by monsters. So we run into a nearby building and I don't know who the fuck rigged this door with the bomb, but the angry crowd gives us the Freddy Krueger treatment and starts throwing Molotovs at the building. Joseph is over here unfusing the bomb while I'm over here blocking their punches with my face. But Joseph eventually gets the door open, so we run through and the room collapses, so now we're safe. Or at least safe for a whole fucking 2 seconds because now we're in room number 2 with the same fucking problem as room number 1. I handle this wave a bit better. And Joseph finally gets this door open and we escape for good. We plan to go up the tower in the distance to get a view of the land, but of course it isn't that easy because there are guys everywhere. We get through all of the monsters and even a chainsaw guy, get to the top of the tower only to get greeted by a Kevin from The Office lookalike getting beheaded.
Off with his head!
And then Joseph pulls a very uncharacteristic move and goes, "We can take it." Once again, this is very odd because Joseph is the calculating type. He's not really the one to just run into something head on. 2 monsters grab a hold of Joseph and I shoot one of them, but I guess it doesn't really matter because the second guy just carries Joseph to the guillotine. And yeah, you know, game over.
Off with his head!
Respawn and I save Joseph a lot earlier this time. He grabs a board and creates a little bridge for us to walk up to him, but then Joseph takes our gun and is about to do what we've all thought about doing at one point or another, let's be real. He says it's only a matter of time, whatever that means, so Sebastian tackles him to stop him from doing it. More guys spawn in, so we need to cover Joseph a 4th time. He gets the gate open and we're safe again for the time being. We ask Joseph if he's doing alright and he stutters a little bit but says, yeah.
Everything okay in here, sweetie?
Get the hell out, Shannon!
Your hair looks nice.
I said get out!
Although in the next area, the dude is coughing up a fucking lung. We kind of sit there and debate back and forth if this place is real or not. And then we continue on until Joseph literally coughs up blood. And I'm not a doctor, but that probably isn't a good sign.
Ew.
Last I checked, blood is supposed to stay inside your body. We take shelter and Joseph asks if this is how it felt after the accident. And Sebastian's all like, I don't know, I didn't put a gun to my head. And Joseph's all like, true, you just drowned yourself in alcohol. I mean, been there, done that, am I right?
I'm a beer and wine drinker, but once I start, it's hard for me to stop sometimes.
You're an alcoholic.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what... Oh, wow. I didn't know that. I thought I'd just like to have a good time.
Apparently, Joseph reported Sebastian for some reason. Joseph says that it wasn't because of Sebastian's work, so I'm guessing it was for Sebastian's well-being and mental state. But once again, I don't know. We leave the resting place and we see that there's a church or something in the distance where Kidman is taking Leslie to. I'm not really too sure why they're together, but Joseph grabs a rifle and he covers me for once, finally. And then this guy releases a giant.
Good for Happy Gilmore, oh my God!
So now we have to deal with him.
But wait! There's more!
But then a second one comes out of nowhere and he's a fucking track star. I managed to kill both of them and then head down into a fake grave that's a hidey hole, kind of like Resident Evil 6. I solve another puzzle down there that I honestly had to close my eyes and ears for. Shit was anxiety inducing, I swear. We follow the staircase back up to ground level and then this fucking mutant ass dog chases us. Knocks the glasses right off of Joseph's gorgeous looking face, and now it's a fight with a moose-sized dog. We put the dog down for good, bad dog, grab Joseph, who once again is unconscious, although I have no idea where he was lying during the entire fight. This man should have gotten trampled, but instead he got a nice little peaceful nap. But we get to the gate and we are now safe until Joseph says that he dropped his goddamn glasses.
Now look what that dog did. He knows I can't see without my glasses.
Fuck.
So I run back into where the dog is to grab the glasses, and Joseph decides to distract the dog, which would be a nice gesture and all if he wasn't drawing the attention in the direction that I have to fucking go. I run past the dog and give Joseph his glasses, and then we head on to the church. While in the church, Joseph starts to talk about having that feeling of jumping off of a high place, but I mean, why stop there? Why not drink bleach or play Frogger on the freeway or hug a tree going 70 miles per hour? We start hearing ringing, and then Ruvik shows up and just kind of turns off the gravity for a minute, just to drop us through the floor into one of those cool ass transitions again. But not a lot happens down here in this area besides killing more monsters and finding a little tablet. The tablet goes into this wall, and as you could tell, we need 2 more to progress. We go and get the second one, and then the third. And then we progress to the next area where we see this guy with this roof with these traps. The game gives us a shitty ass angle to run down, and I swear to God, I'm running down this hallway like I'm not about to get squished by the roof. I am very lethargic right here.
Would you look at that, folks? Lightning Larry Luciano, a living legend.
We see Leslie in the next area, and we open the gate, and Leslie's all like, "Oh, thank you so much," and then runs through the door, tripping a wire that locks us into the room where this safe head butcher spawns in. And not only is he a butcher with the meat tenderizer hammer hybrid, but when we kill him, he transfers his body into another safe just laying around in the area. So not only does he keep respawning, but we also have toxic gas to deal with. He sees that we're trying to stop the gas, so he smashes this valve hand wheel, and so we turn around and get a new one that he just has laying here. He probably should have hit that one first. We put the wheel back on, turn off the gas, and then head into this new area where this random ass safe wants to have a makeout session. We're like, get off of me, and throw it into the area below. And of course, here comes the body spawning in, and then we drop the roof on top of it and kill it once and for all. Well, I think. We follow the path until we end up in this cave, and I'm telling you guys, I don't know what's up with these horror games and cave systems. I mean, it's creepy and all, but it's not nearly as creepy as rundown asylums or schools or a mannequin warehouse or shit, even Planned Parenthood after I get a test for STDs. But thankfully though, this chapter and this cave system is one of the shorter segments of the game. It's just a lot of puzzles and a little bit of monsters, including these fucking things.
Kill me!
Although this puzzle always scares the shit out of me. I noticed that this game does a great job at building the suspense just to see if you made a dumbass decision or not. We get towards the end of the caves and we get teleported to the hospital that we were in at the beginning of the game. We enter the operating room and it's the same one where we saw the holograms of Ruvik and Leslie, but this time the doctor is here for realsies. The doctor says that him and Ruvik were working on a method to connect brains together, and Sebastian says what I'm thinking.
Are you serious? It's a fucking nightmare.
And then Sebastian says, whoa, are we inside of Ruvik's head? The doctor says, no dipshit, we're all contributing on some level, but Ruvik is the only one with conscience influence. Yeah, duh, Sebastian. And then the doctor says that it seems like Ruvik wants us dead, although we don't really know why. And then we get teleported to that big brain again, and then back to the same room, but it's empty this time. I leave the room, and what the fuck is this thing now? It chases us into the nurse's place, and oh, look at that, Ruvik is here and just makes us black out. Man, I'm telling you, this game makes no sense. I don't know where the fuck we are. We wake up in the middle of what looks like Children of the Corn, and then some old guy just puts us on fire.
I'm burning! Oh, Jesus, I'm burning!
We hear children screaming, and then we wake up in the nurse's area again. And I'm starting to get tired of saying this, but we teleport to the woods with a single sunflower in our way, and then Ruvik appears and then just disappears. So I guess he just wanted to check in on us again, I don't really know. We end up in this kick-ass mansion where we see Leslie and the doctor leaving. The screen turns blue, and then Ruvik is trying to play the world's deadliest game of tag. And trust me when I say this, if he touches me, I'm dead. Remember, I've been touched by the devil Ruvik himself before. It'll end the same way if he gets me here. But he eventually goes away after a bit and we take the time to explore the mansion. I see this skull here and I just decide to play doctor for a little bit, but I'm honestly just poking holes randomly hoping that it'll work, and holy shit, it actually does.
Can your guy make me a certification to be a heart surgeon? Because my mama's got a bad heart, and I just know I could do something about it if I could just get in there.
We then get a vision of the doctor and who I'm guessing is Ruvik, but with hair this time. And the doctor basically gets on Ruvik's good side. He's just trying to tell Ruvik whatever Ruvik wants to hear. And it sounds like the doctor is just trying to get into Ruvik's brain. Quite literally. I'm not too sure why, but I decided to put the gun down and start having a boxing match with everyone here. And then I get caught in a trap, and the accuracy is so fucking broad that I miss the little target and get turned into a Sebastian smoothie. Or a Saboothie. I get it the second time and we find another skull, so once again, I play Operation. But this guy's eyes are still moving, so I try to look around for a clue before I just start, poking his brain. But I find nothing, so fuck it, here we go. Whenever I'm wrong though, it actually hurts him and me. So unluckily for this guy and Sebastian, we're both kind of fucked. Your pain is my pain, bro. We're in this together.
I'll smoke it with you, bro. We'll go to the loony bin together. I don't give a fuck.
I heal up and then I try again, which I get it on the first try somehow, some way. I don't know how that happened. We then see Ruvik with no hair, and it turns out that he killed his parents. And with everything that I've seen in this game, it's not exactly the craziest turn of events, so I just kind of ignore it. I get to one more person's head, and once again, I start poking around as if I should be here, going solely based off the memory of me playing this game like 10 years ago. But, I get it to work, once again, somehow, some way. And then we see the same little holograms, and it looks like the doctor is demanding funding from Ruvik. And Ruvik's all like, well, what have you done to deserve the funding? And the doctor says that the hospital won't help Ruvik anymore, and this makes Ruvik stop playing the piano like, what? Is that a threat? And then they just go away. We enter the door that the doctor and Leslie went down earlier just to get teleported into another room by Ruvik. We follow the little blood clots until the blood clots decide to unite like Wolfpack and attack me.
Wolfpack! Form of Wolfbridge.
We get away, and then I have to deal with this hellish trap of a room, which thank God I make it out in one piece, and then bam, mannequin turns into mannequin room. It kind of seems like they heard me talking shit earlier in the video. So now we need to navigate this labyrinth while the blood clot monster chases us. There's a little stupid chase sequence at the end, and I 110% miss the cue and I get killed. I make it the second time around and get teleported back to the mansion just to open a door to a fucking sunflower field. I'm telling you, man, this game, whatever. We get some exposition here where some angry people are about to burn the barn down, and then we enter the barn and get more exposition, and it looks like Ruvik and some random ass girl are playing in this barn. It turns out that the farmers are mad because Ruvik's family bought up all of the land. And city folk just don't understand. The guy that's pouring the gasoline is all like, gee, I think I hear kids in here. And then this piece of shit goes, well, I didn't hear anything, and gives these kids the Freddy Krueger treatment. This place is burning down, and the girl helps Ruvik escape, although he gets burnt. The girl starts to scream, and I don't really know, man. It sounds oddly familiar. While I'm trying to escape the burning barn, the blood clot man shows up. So besides the burning barn, I now have to worry about this fucking guy. I kind of realize that I can't actually kill him, so I just run in circles until the cutscene hits. It shows the girl burning and the blood clot man picking her up somehow. I don't really know how that works. But then he starts to scream,
Wolfpack, form up! Broken heart! Cry!
The barn collapses and we spawn in this long ass hallway again. We go through a hidden bookshelf entrance, and that's the end of chapter 9. So chapter 10 is going to be what separates the boys from the men, so let's just get right into it. We go down this excessively long ladder, and then when we get to the bottom, it sounds like Ruvik, whose real name we just learned is Ruben. Like, how original is that?
You change your name from Shang to Sean?
But anyways, him and the doctor are arguing about the experiment Ruvik is doing, and the doctor all of a sudden gets a conscience and is all like, hey Ruvik, what we doing might be a tad bit messed up. Ruvik don't care though, and that's the end of that. We run into the spinning blade trap, so I use it to kill a few guys, and then we carry on further into wherever we are, and this next area we basically have to turn on the power to open the door to the next area. But when we turn on the power, it activates a jigsaw trap obstacle course. So we do our best wipeout run, and it's it's actually going pretty well. Until this Gorgonite looking fuck from Small Soldiers appears, and now I had to deal with that, which I totes obvi does. We then run into 2 more Gorgonites, kill them, and then we go through this door, and then oh my god, dude, Jesus Christ, this thing pops up now? Oh, and then it just teleports us again, and bro, oh my god, I thought we killed her. I swear, man, this chapter plays with your emotions.
I'm in a glass case of emotion!
And sure enough, we got the Grudge Mod Champ thing doing a cool little trick like she's in the fucking Cirque du Soleil. I pull the lever so that I could carry on, and she starts breaking through the fucking fence. Like, come on, 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 come on. We have no choice but to run from her, so we do, and then we shut a door on her, although I thought she could teleport through them, so I don't know why or how that even stopped her. So now we're just enjoying our stroll through hell, but then Grudge Lady comes back, which is odd because this place is kind of surrounded by fire. And remember, she no likey fire, so I don't really know why she's picking a fight here of all places. But anyways, I'm running around trying to set her on fire, but she dodges this one and then pulls the old switcheroo on me. And so I panicked, right? And I just run right into the fire, just straight into it. But seriously, look at this room. This place has fire everywhere. I still don't know why she decided to pick a fight here. She should have picked the fight during the Jigsaw obstacle course. Like, if I have a fear of clowns, I'm not gonna go pick a fight at McDonald's. Just listen to this. Shit sounds intense, am I right? But we escape, then we get into the elevator, and then the Grudge Girl does some shit that oddly turns me on, okay? Don't judge me.
I've been a nasty girl, nasty. I've been a nasty girl, nasty. I've been a nasty, nasty.
Harder. Way harder.
But Sebastian presses the first floor button and we cut her arms off, and then we get away only to run into Ruvik. Bro, Sebastian cannot catch a break. Burn Victim Barbie here just basically says that he knows what we crave and what we fear, and that we're basically his little plaything. Then he kind of just goes away, so we continue down the elevator and run into the doctor with what looks like Leslie on a waterbed. Sebastian tells the doctor to tell us what's going on at gunpoint. The doctor says that Leslie is the only one that survived being linked to Ruvik, and that Leslie for some reason is our only way back to the real world. So apparently making beats isn't the only thing that Leslie is good for. The doctor presses some buttons and it looks like we're about to enter the real world, and then it just stops working. And remember when I said that this chapter separates the boys from men? Well, guess what? Now the giant ass monster shows up and the doctor goes full dipshit mode.
He wants the same thing as us. He wants out.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
And then we face through some shit to end up in the nurse area. We talk to a patient, he says that we broke a STEM terminal. Sebastian and me are both like, ¿Qué es STEM? The person doesn't tell us, and he says that the only way out is actually back at the hospital that we were at. You know, the one in chapter 1. So guess what? We go back to
imagination.
And now guess what we have to fight? Like seriously, dude, I fought Gorgonites, Grudge Mod Champ, and now I have to deal with this fucking oversized clusterfuck of a monster. It has this eye thing, which reminds me of another Gorgonite, so I'm basically just Chip Hazard and I'm fighting the entire Gorgonite squad and Small Soldiers.
We have met the enemy. He is big. He is fast. He has allied himself with the Gorgonite scum.
I light him up just to understandably get trampled. I put him down for good, and then I take the elevator up, I think. I don't really know which way is up right now. The elevator starts to free fall and then it just stops. Shows us a view of the city, which honestly makes no sense because we were just in a parking garage. And then we free fall some more, and then the elevator starts to flood with water. So, you know, 2 fears in the span of like 3 minutes. Good shit, man. We dive in the water and it looks like we're now in a city. Or kind of like a puzzle of a city that's only partially made. We keep going through the collapsing streets and almost get squished by a fucking bus. But we end up making it to this point where the streets are now flooded. And you know, it wouldn't be a good horror game if there wasn't something in the water. Which honestly scares me more than the free falling elevator. I seriously would not survive if I was stranded at sea. I don't know what the fuck is down there. But anyways, we need to shoot these conveniently placed piñata bodies to drop in the water in order to distract the fish monster. We do that and then we make it to land on the other side, so now we're safe. at least for a little bit until we run into a Ruvik clone. So we kill that and then we visit the nurse's office, and it's kind of cool because this place is also crumbling apart just like the outside world of Imagination Land. And you all know that I love attention to detail. We then ride a gondola like, once again, any other good horror game. I mean, look at Dead Space and Resident Evil 4. And then I get sniped and then put on fire and die, which I admit is not a very graceful death, but they were not nice. And I tried my hardest. I make it through the second time around and we get to a point where we see Kidman running from like 5 monsters. Sebastian decides that he needs to go help, but there's water in our way. And there's also the fucking boss. And where there's water, there's fish. So same strategy as before. We shoot the dead hangman and then we swim to the next area and get out of the water before the monster notices us. We get to Kidman and I don't have the most graceful rescue, but I get the job done nonetheless. She thanks us, so we keep moving forward and Kidman is kind of playing dumb. She acts like she doesn't know that we were at the church and then acts like she doesn't know who Leslie is, as if she has some type of fucking memory loss.
Oh my god. Where am I? I don't get anything that's going on right now. Why is everybody? Who is everybody?
Sebastian asks Kidman if she's been having any headaches or nosebleeds or anything of the sorts, and she's all like, no siree, I am perfectly fine. I am the embodiment of health. So once again, it's a tad bit odd considering Joseph and Sebastian have been getting both of those symptoms. And then, speak of the devil, Sebastian gets a headache and starts acting like crazy Joseph. Kidman sees us and is like, fuck this. We hear a gunshot and then we wake up on the floor. Kidman puts us into timeout and is like, he's gonna try to stop me through you. And we're all like,
who are ya?
And then Leslie, the unsung hero, opens the door for us. Thank you, man. He starts screaming for help and then just runs away. The next room has this little sign, so I test it out. Yep, that actually checks out. I don't know why I was expecting another result. So we navigate through this area and get out and then run into this guy. We end up finding Joseph, so we catch up a little bit. And it turns out that he found a bus, but they aren't sure if it's going to run. And then not even 5 seconds later, Kidman runs in and just starts the bus. I swear to God, Joseph just looks smart because this dumbass didn't even try to turn on the bus before telling everyone that it might not work. But anyways, it turns out that Kidman was getting chased by a bowling ball of a spider. It starts to chase us and it rips off the roof of the bus, which I don't even really mind, man. Drop that top, sir. If a convertible bus doesn't get us girls, and I don't really know what will at this point. And this chapter is one of the shorter ones, and it basically just has us shooting this giant spider and its spawn.
I gotta throw.
All while Kidman tries to drive away from it. We get away from it by driving into a tunnel, and then Joseph is starting to piece together that we might have to go back to Beacon Hospital because that might be the way out of here. And all of that just confirms what that one random ass guy in the cell was saying. But then Joseph gets fucking sniped. Kidman pulls over because she sees an ambulance in the distance, so we have to get out to go and check to see if there's a first aid on it. On my way to the ambulance, I have one of the more spectacular deaths that I've ever had. I don't know why I keep using exploding bolts because I swear to God, I get hit by the explosion like 80% of the time. But anywho, we get to the ambulance and sure enough, we find something that'll help Joseph. But on our way back, a fucking Humvee comes in, so we have to take care of that. Once I do, I jump into the turret and I start shooting all of these guys. And this is where I start to think to myself, this game is slowly turning from horror to action, which, you know, me no gusta. But then I forget all about that once I see our drop top. Man, look at this thing. It's our fucking milkshake, and we all know.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours.
So we get on the bus, give Joseph his injection and a lollipop for being a good sport. Kidman gets us out of the area, but for some reason, I'm the one driving now. So I try to run over as many monsters as I can until Ruvik comes out and sees that I don't have my license. So he uses some Jedi tricks to turn off the gravity again. I swear to God, man, this is like one big ass lucid dream for him. And then he sends us through a building. We wake up just outside of the bus with Joseph, and neither of us really knows what happened to Kidman, which once again is kind of suspicious. We start making our way through the building that Ruvik so graciously placed us in, and we see a train bridge in the distance, right? So we decide that we need to cross that shit, and so off we go. We get separated from Joseph because, you know, what else is new? And we agree to meet at a lower floor. So I start to go through what I think is an apartment complex, and the monsters somehow, someway learned how to install acid traps. Okay, I guess we got a bunch of Bill Nyes out here, damn. We get past them just to run into another butcher. And I'm not sure if I can actually kill this guy since he just respawns into a new safe. So I put down the second one just for a third one to spawn, and he fucks me up so badly that I get discombobulated, so I start running in circles. I put him down just for a fourth one to spawn, but we're able to escape the fourth one and take the expressway down to the lower floor. Then we get a vision from the rando that initially told us that the hospital was the way out. He's saying that Ruvik loves tormenting people and that he loves getting the victims all riled up.
We don't rile each other up.
We never get riled up. I don't get riled.
I don't know, apparently Ruvik gets off on that shit. Then this random ass guy has 2 explosives on his back, so I'm like, oh, let me help you with that. Just to get ambushed by a second one that blows me up. We enter a kitchen to see Joseph shooting at a butcher guy, and then Ruvik appears to turn the place into a shit show. And apparently he also had enough time to weaponize some Roombas.
How likely would you be to adopt this into your household?
We get to the next area that's a freezer, and Joseph leaves in the dumbwaiter, rudely leaving us with another safe head. We basically just have to wait for the dumbwaiter to come back up, but this guy keeps swinging on me, so I kill him, only to, you know, you guessed it, respawn. But thank God that the dumbwaiter shows up right before the second one can spawn in. Lowers us to the next area where we see Kidman just, you know, taking a stroll with Leslie, as if nothing's fucking happening, but we go outside to try to make it look like we're one big happy family, and Kidman says that she's gonna protect Leslie, but then time kind of just freezes, and Kidman is about to actually execute Leslie. Some protector she is. So Sebastian pulls up and is about to execute the executioner before the executioner can execute the executionee. Joseph pulls up, and now we have 2 executioners about to execute the execution. No, just joking. But Kidman tells us that Ruvik is after Leslie, and that she has orders to not let Ruvik get to Leslie. So I guess Kidman's logic is that Ruvik can't get to Leslie if Leslie's dead, which sounds foolproof to be honest. She turns around to face Sebastian, and Joseph takes the opportunity to run to Leslie. Leslie doesn't even know this man, so he starts to scream and then runs away, somehow causing an earthquake, kind of like how your mom does when she runs. Kidman shoots at Leslie and hits Joseph instead, and if we're counting, that's like the second time that dude's been shot.
That's enough.
Got him.
We fall into a collapsing hole, and that ends chapter 13. We once again wake up in what looks like a subway station. We get to the escalators, and I kind of want to do this. But Sebastian physically cannot jump on here, so I make my way to the train bridge that we were trying to get to in the last chapter. But on the way there, I hear a shit ton of beeping, and I'm like...
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Really, bro? We go back to the nurse's place, and we find a missing persons poster for the nurse. And her name is Tatiana? Okay, Tatiana, I like that. Let's go.
Bust down, Tatiana. Bust down, Tatiana.
And she actually isn't here either, so once again, that's pretty odd. We go back to...
Imagination.
And we do another puzzle like the one in Resident Evil 2, and once again, I am not an electrician, so I'm just half-assing my way through this, but we get it eventually. And I swear to God, man, I take the longest single detour that I can find. It's almost like Sebastian just likes to take the path of most resistance. I mean, look where I am right now. And if you're wondering where we are right now,
Who knows? I don't.
Remember, we're kind of like in someone's head, so we kind of just teleport everywhere. And then we got this boss who I didn't even know existed. Seriously, there is no warning, no tease, nothing. It just pops out the second to last chapter and tries to just, you know, fuck up my life like your mom. We kill the thing and then take the elevator up. finally get to the train where Ruvik has some pretty subtle ways of sending a message. We have to run and then leap out of the train that's collapsing and then land into a hallway. We run into more holograms and Ruvik is pissed at the doctor for publishing Ruvik's work under the doctor's name. I knew that motherfucker was shady, dude. Remember, I called it out at the beginning, where I said if this motherfucker tries to write a book and takes the credit for what Sebastian did, I am gonna kill him myself. Turns out he did it to Ruvik. I am literally Ruvik. I would want to kill that fucker too, man. Fuck that guy. And then the doctor has the audacity to call Ruvik a nobody. Bro, like, oh my god. Honestly, I'm on Ruvik's side right now. Fuck that doctor. But then Ruvik is all like, that's okay. I just need to do my experiment now. And then the doctor double crosses Ruvik and gets some goons to grab him. Sebastian is all like,
trying to make me feel sorry for you?
I mean, yeah, dude, did you not just hear what I said? I feel bad for the fucking guy. I think the real villain here is the doctor. And then the room turns evil, so we kill all the guys and then I think we just kind of black out again. We start the final chapter waking up with Kidman in our face and it looks like we're a test subject. I think we have our own tub and everything, but wait, that's us shooting us awake. Bro, what? The nurse still isn't here and we hear Leslie saying,
Losing our minds. Losing our minds.
Which I don't know, man. Now it reminds me of,
Get out of your mind! Get out of your mind! Losing our minds. Losing our minds. Losing our minds.
and then Leslie leads us somewhere. I'll never know because our section of the hallway collapses and then once again we wake up in a new area. I swear to God, I don't know if I should feel more bad for Joseph that got shot twice or for Sebastian that's gotten knocked out so many times I'm starting to think that he should be on concussion protocol. We actually spawn right in front of the hospital from chapter 1, so that's convenient. We'd run up to it, go inside, and it's the same grisly scene as in chapter 1. We'd run down some halls, open some doors, go up some stairs, open more doors, ride in an elevator, open more doors, go down some stairs, until we finally get a cutscene with Leslie just kind of enjoying the rain with not a care in the world. Leslie, who seems not so insane anymore, walks into the next building and we follow suit. We run into the same guy that's been giving us hints and he says to watch out for Ruvik's eye. We go inside of the cell just to see that the man is actually dead. So I give him a proper cremation and then we start to get flashbacks of the first scene where we saw Ruvik. But oh shit just got real. Ruvik is about to chokeslam Sebastian into another concussion protocol until Sebastian grabs the lantern and smashes it on Ruvik's face. Ruvik starts to scream and then we do what the dead man told us not to do and look directly into Ruvik's seductive eyes, which teleports us to this place, and I don't really know how to describe this. But this part is basically just surviving wave of monsters. It's nothing really too out of the ordinary. It's just a shit ton of monsters. The next area that we enter spawns 2 safe heads at the same time. So our main objective here is to kill them, and instead of respawning, they spawn in a new door. Weird, I know. The next area is one giant hide and seek game. We need to hide from the spotlights that are moving around the area. It's not too hard, we just need to memorize the patterns. Until the end where Sebastian does a 3-point turn to turn around, and then I hit every fucking puddle to slow me down. And just when I thought I was going to get cut into pieces, the cutscene saves my ass. We get into an elevator, ride it all the way up to the penthouse, and once again, I'm at a loss of words on how to describe what this thing is. I look through the floor and see that we are actually in bathtubs. So I'm guessing that we're part of the experiment or something, but I'm not too sure why we were chosen in the first place. And then Leslie comes in with Kidman chasing him. We pull out the 9, and it turns out that Kidman isn't just a rookie detective. We find out that Kidman actually killed Joseph, and oh wait, hold on, I guess Leslie is a girl? Kidman calls her a she. Bro, I have been calling her a him this whole time? What the fuck, Leslie? You don't even correct me until the end of the game? But anyways, and then we get teleported. Leslie walks up to Ruvik. Ruvik is like, and then Ruvik just dissolves Leslie. We go back to what I guess is considered normal dreamland, and this place is collapsing. We crash through a window and just kind of enjoy our last couple seconds of life until we land on a giant brain. Weird, I know, but trust me, it gets weirder. Out pops a giant monster with braces. No! It cares about its smile and dental hygiene. Why? Oh, and Ruvik is also in its brain. It slaps us onto a building and we have to climb up and...
Oopsie whoopsie! Ooh, we made a fucky wucky!
So I try again and I make it the second time. Fucking boss! It destroys the building, we go flying and land in a random ass Humvee. So we start spraying the giant monster for a little bit until it grabs us and throws us. Good fucking throw, man. But then a random guy with a rocket launcher falls just within arm's reach. So we grab the rocket launcher and start blasting away until the monster gets close enough and smacks us back onto the brain. Please make this make sense. The monster makes one last effort to eat us. It's slow motions and we shoot Ruvik inside of the mouth and then I don't know, we fucking die? Or not. I don't know, shit looks like we died. I don't know about that one. But it looks like Ruvik is down. So we now wake up in another bathtub, so we pull our plug out. We see Ruvik's brain in the middle. We go up and we start to eat it. Just kidding, we smash it on the ground and stomp on it, which I'm pretty sure ends the nightmare. Or fucking not. Now we're waking up with Kidman signaling for us to be quiet. She tells the suits to leave us and quote unquote those two, and that no one is leaving. We wake up again in another bathtub, bro. How many bathtubs are there? And we can see this random ass cop next to us is dead along with the doctor. And then we see Leslie, you know, girl Leslie, is missing. We start to leave the hospital with the same murder scene as the beginning. We see the SWAT team open the door and thank God that they don't shoot us like an Outlast. We leave and see Leslie kind of just walking through everyone. Literally, no one is stopping her. I don't even know if they notice her, but she's walking dangerously like Ruvik. I mean, she's got the same swagger and everything. The ringing comes back and then the game just ends. It's officially over. As always, I wanted to thank you guys so much for watching. Please do not ask me any questions because I still don't understand what's happening in this game, but all I know is that I fucking love this game. I do also have the DLC recorded for Kidman's side of the story, and if this video does well, I'll consider doing a poorly explained for that. And by well, you know, I mean well for me, so you know, like 10 views would be nice. I also need to start playing through The Evil Within 2, but you know, that's for another video. So let's wrap this video up, man. Like, subscribe, all that good shit, and I will see you guys next time.